playoffs roll on. It's Game 3 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. Hi, everyone. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, we look at the Raptors coming into play. They lead this 5-game series 2 games to none. And now they'll have 3 shots in trying to advance.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Jumper's good.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Tobias Harris. George tosses. That pass taken away by Toronto.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Harris. Embiid, good for 2.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Whoa, what a finish.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Sixers have the basketball. To Allen. George buries it on the catch and shoot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
The free throw, good. Caps off the 3-point play. The lead is 4. Philadelphia with the basketball. Fred VanVleet to Embiid. Turns and slams it down.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Count the basket inside.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Embiid to VanVleet. Nice pass to set things up. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
I mean, with so much talk these days about 3-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
That is great vision to set it up. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 4. Big finish at the rim. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Fred VanVleet to George. Beyond the arc for 3. Can't connect. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive player is establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Knocked loose. Brunson. Joel Embiid. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Rocking the rim. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
To Embiid. Joel Embiid. That's now 5 in a row without a single miss.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Now a steal on a very lazy pass there. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
Paul George has got 2 shots coming, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
The free throw, good. Cashes in on the three-point play. The lead now stands at 10. Paul George to Embiid. No good.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Gets it to go, and the foul.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
free throw up and good as they open things up to a 13-point lead. Sixers control it. To Embiid. Gasol sends it away.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
All by himself, creates his own shot there.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
To Embiid. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Off the mark on the first free throw. No good on the first, no good on the second. 0 for 2. And count the basket inside.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Paul George, he's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
It's a big finish.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Brunson. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Here's a chance from long range. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Starts denying him the ball.
Brunson to Paul George. Marc Gasol with a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Embiid to George. Trying to cash in. Paul George. He's now 4 for 6. Deep three at the buzzer. That's the end of one here in game number 3. Back with more after this. It's the second round of the Eastern Conference playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you. And Fred VanVleet to Embiid. Whistled for the foul. chance coming up at the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Great look and vision. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Al Horford knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
Ed, I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
And the basket good at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
That's me. I got ball. Match up, baby.
The drive right to the basket. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Tobias Harris, couple of free throws on the way. A career 81% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Toronto with the basketball. Fires the 3. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Fred VanVleet to Tobias Harris. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
There it is, Al Horford. He's 2 for 2 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. Fred VanVleet to Tobias Harris. He was hacked. They let it go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipping.
Over to the right side. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Lowry. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Kyle Lowry trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Lowry converts the three-point play as the Raptors able to extend their lead. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Free throws up and perfect.
Good shot. Wait on it.
To Embiid. Nice pass to set things up. Runner's good there.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Allen.
Hey, the screen is still there. Come on, man.
5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Lets it fly from long range. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Stuffs it down with authority. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Screen coming. Fred VanVleet to Tobias Harris. Short jumper won't fall.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Throws it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Fred VanVleet to Allen. Runner here won't go. Oh, emphatic slam.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Sixers have the basketball. The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Allen. Baseline drive, and he'll go to the foul line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. goes 2 for 2. 4-3. Well defended. Has a chance. Shot won't go. So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a look at what went down so far in this one. The Raptors dominated this matchup from the opening tip. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers have got themselves
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the type of plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Pascal Siakam. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Stepping east, then stepping west, and laying the ball right down the line.
Covering all areas of the map. Fred VanVleet to Embiid. Shot from the lane won't go. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
George to Allen. Grayson Allen powers it through. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Paul George. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. He's struggled so far. Can't connect on the first free throw.
Soft and buttery, soft and buttery.
Oh, he missed them both. And count the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Grayson Allen to George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Big pick right there.
Paul George. And a rim rocker. Joel Embiid. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Paul George fires. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
It's George for two. Deep two there. Won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
It's good. And one.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. Free throw up and good. It's a three-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big.
Hey, switch, I got him. What's that cutter? What's the cutter? What's the cutter? What's the cutter?
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Paul George. Can't connect. Another follow. Still no good. Livingston to bring it up. His guys hold a commanding lead. Marc Gasol. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To George. Trying to cash in. The shot by George won't go down.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still, you got to make that one.
Count the basket at the rim.
Man, he got blown by on that one. But sometimes those plays can spark the defender to buckle down and give way more effort to not be embarrassed like that ever again.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Philadelphia with the basketball. George to the basket, but it won't go. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Pascal Siakam. Yes, and the foul. And a A chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Sizing up the defense. Strong finish for Paul George. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
And finishes strong.
I see this happen so much in the game. Just because a guy beats you off the dribble doesn't mean that you need to quit on the play. Stay in there, continue to be physical, even if you're behind the play.
George. 5 to shoot. Paul George, 4-2. Second effort. Marc Gasol, huge block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
He throws it down.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Sixers control it. Paul George. Great pass to set it up. Embiid, good for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Embiid. Not that time. Has a chance. Shot by Horford won't go. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead.
I got ball. That's me.
Fires the 3. Oh, who saw that coming?
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Long key from three-quarters court. 3 quarters down, the Raptors enjoying a sizable lead. It's been a compelling game. George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
Slams it down.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Brunson. Down low, George. Marc Gasol sends it away. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Man, he's just out here swerving and serving.
Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory. They're moving on. Next stop, the Eastern Conference Finals. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors have advanced to the next level, but the goal remains the same: win an NBA championship. Little by little, these guys are doing it one by one. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The 76ers weren't able to advance after that tough loss. I got a sense they didn't expect for their offseason to start just yet. I know what the feeling's like, and it can be tough, but it's all about how you come back from it. Who knows what they'll be like next season? It'll be interesting to see for sure. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Points in the paint.
these guys walked in with the game plan, and they walked out with the win. And these highlights, they tell even more of the story.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.